Okay, let's begin. Walaikum assalam. Arsh Food Tech 1. Okay, before we start, I have a question. So, Mr. Zain Ali is asking, sir, for the internal audit ISO 901, which institute is better for the training? So, this is a question which I cannot really answer because the institute doesn't really matter, the trainer matters. So, um you can choose any type. You can first try to get some information from the internet and have some self-learning. Then you can choose any type of institute you want. You can go for the, I guess, the Australian one, the Canadian one, the European one. But the demand is high. They will charge around $2,500 to $300. So it's up to you. You can choose anyone. High field certification, I guess, is just like that. We will discuss this at the end of the session, if you please allow me. So we can start with the session, and then I will discuss about what is the high field certification and what's its role in this. Okay. So let's jump into our today's session, and today we'll be learning about the ISO 901, how the internal audit is conducted, how internal audit is playing a very good role in the industry of the food where the quality management system is required. But first, we need to understand what is QMS and what's you can say what's the role of the QMS in the ISO 901 and why ISO is very important and being effective for the quality management system. Okay. So what is ISO 901? See, ISO 901 is a quality management standard developed by the International Organization for Standardization, which we call it as ISO. Now, it provides a framework for the organization to establish and maintain effective quality management system. And does anyone know uh, what type of history does the ISO has? How, when it first published, and why it was in the presence now? Why we are learning it? Any type of clues that you can give? Ms. Saba, please note down the Walaikum Assalam to Nurul and Idris. Ms. Saba, please can you look after her? Please try to contact Ms. Saba. She will assist you with any type of help you want regarding the certification. You can message your number privately to her on the Zoom through a direct message, and Ms. Saba will contact you. Okay, welcome. Okay, so ISO 901 oriented from various national standards and it was first published in 1987. So the standard has since then has undergone revisions with the latest major update is with the ISO 901. We call it as 2015. Okay. Okay, so see the scope definition of the ISO is determining the boundaries of the quality management system within the organization. So leadership involvement is where we talk about and we deal with the top management. It plays a very crucial role in QMS implementation and compliance, where we have to identify and address the risk and opportunity to enhance the QMS effectiveness. Okay. Um, Also, the ISO 901 emphasizes the importance of viewing the activities as it is interconnected process, as well as the we have to maintain the documentation and any type of information to support the operation of the process. So, before we move on to the quality, let's understand what does uh, is a quality. See, defining a quality policy is very important. It aligns with the organizational goals and commitments to the quality. So we need to understand. what is the organizational goals and commitments to the quality before we start implementing the ISO 901 standard on that organization. We have to identify the potential risks such as the supply chain disruption and develop mitigation strategies. And after the implementation of the ISO, there will be internal and external audits. So we will call it as regular audits process to ensure that the compliance and identify the areas for the improvement is the basic goal of the audits. While some may understand in a wrong way that the audit is to fail the um uh, you can say facility or the organization. So it's not that, it's to improve the compliance and identify the areas of for the improvement if so found. Okay. So the customer focus is also there. You can see satisfied, not satisfied is there, where you will gather and analyze the customer feedback to enhance the satisfaction and meet the expectation. Okay. Okay, again, let me just check. Okay. Okay, before we understand what is quality management system, I want to discuss some of the key changes in the ISO 901 2015. Okay. So the high level structure is aligning now with the ISO management system, which is the standards for the easy integration, and the risk-based approach is emphasizing the proactive identification and mitigation of the risk. So, and in the changes of the context of the organization, they are now the ISO's latest version is focusing on the internal and external factors which are influencing the QMS. And the shifts from the rigid documentation requirement has been more flexible approach. Okay. Now, before you ask me these type of questions, that what is the benefits of implementing the ISO 901C? ISO 901 has been very good in providing the improved efficiency because streamlining the process also enhances the operational efficiency. The customer satisfaction is enhanced, where you will meet the customer requirements, which leads to a higher satisfaction. Okay, and the global recognition is also there for the certification, which is globally recognized and facilitating the international trade. Okay, so what is quality management system? Any type of gases? Any type of um, some sort of definition? Okay, Muhammad Ali is saying that QMS is for the customer satisfaction. What is QMS? What is QMS? Okay, I get it. It's for the customer. It's for the customer satisfaction. But what will be the QMS? Okay, I will allow. Wait. I will allow. You may unmute yourself.
Assalamu alaikum.
Masa.
Sir, quality management system basically not for only food industries. These are the standards that can be applicable to all kind of industries. Uh, Either it is a food industry, textile industry. What standards are required to maintain the quality and to meet the customer satisfaction? This is all about QMS.
Thank you, Ahmed. That's a very good answer. Okay, so one good point that the Miss has I can say shared with us that the QMS is not only for the food industries, right? It's for every industry where the quality is there in the process. Okay, but the main thing that I would like to highlight here that before we move to the customer satisfaction and overall, the quality management system is a set of policies, right? where I guess there is policies in the slide. Yeah. See, the quality management system is a set of policies, processes, and procedures and objectives. All of these three are the main, you can say, pillars of the quality management system, which are depending one upon another. Okay. And with the records being established and implemented within the organization is to ensure that its products, or if there are any services, meet the specified quality requirements and standard. So the primary purpose of the QMS is to provide systematic framework for managing and improving the quality of the process, products, and services. So how the customer satisfaction is being equalized or being related to these type of you can say framework. See, it's very easy to understand that the customer satisfaction is not directly mentioned in this standard, but if when you improve quality, when you improve the quality, when you improve the any type of products, of the quality of the products and services, is directly leading to what? Customer satisfaction. Okay, but all these 3 points, one, two, three, has to be there in order for the ISO 901 2015 to be implemented correctly. Okay, you have to define the policies, you have to understand the policies, you have to understand the objective, you have to understand the processes in order to implement and understand the QMS in a good manner. Okay. Now, let's discuss what is the quality and the policies are there. See, quality policy is a statement of the organization's commitment to the quality. Typically, it is set by the top management. And if we talk about the objectives, objectives clearly define the quality objectives that align with the organizational overall goals. Okay. Now, this was with the commitment. Okay. And this one was with the process would be the documentation and the management of the key processes and everything. So let's label it as documentation. Okay. Okay, so I have a request to please speak in Urdu, so I will explain everything very quickly in Urdu. देखिए, जब भी क्वालिटी मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम जो है वो इम्प्लीमेंट होता है इस पे किसी भी इंडस्ट्री के ऊपर, फूड इंडस्ट्री के ऊपर, किसी भी फैसिलिटी के ऊपर जहाँ पे क्वालिटी जो है वो रिक्वायर्ड होती है, तो ऐसी भी पॉलिसीज होती हैं जहाँ पे आपको सबसे पहले क्वालिटी को अंडरस्टैंड करना पड़ता है। ठीक है, तो ऐसी ऐसी आपको कमिटमेंट होनी चाहिए जहाँ पे आप क्वालिटी को सेट करें, टिपिकली बाकी सारी चीज़ों को लेकर आए कि भाई हमारी ये पॉलिसी है, हम चाहते हैं कि हम आज यहाँ पे हैं तो कल यहाँ पे हों, लेकिन उसके लिए हमें कमिटमेंट चाहिए। तो आप उनकी कमिटमेंट जो है हमेशा पॉलिसीज के अंदर आप लेंगे। ठीक है, तो दूसरा जो है उसके बाद हमारा आ जाता है ऑब्जेक्टिव्स। ऑब्जेक्टिव्स के अंदर क्या आती है मेन बात हमारी, कि हमें ऑब्जेक्टिव जो हैं सही से डिफाइन करने पड़ते हैं कि आप क्या क्या चाहते हैं, क्या आपके गोल्स क्या हैं। आप फर्ज कर लें आज आप सेकंड नंबर पे खड़े हुए हैं, तो आप क्या चाहते हैं, कल आप वन पे मूव करना चाहते हैं या आप पीछे जाना चाहते हैं। वैसे पीछे तो जाते नहीं हैं, लेकिन जस्ट फॉर एक्सप्लेनेशन के आपको कहाँ जाना है, आज ये करंट आपकी पोजीशन है, आपको इधर मूव करना है या इधर मूव करना है, ये आप अपने ऑब्जेक्टिव्स में डिफाइन करेंगे। ठीक है, प्रोसेस के अंदर देखें, जितने भी आप के प्रोसेस होते हैं ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के अंदर, ठीक है, जैसे पैकेजिंग का प्रोसेस हो गया, ठीक है, क्वालिटी का प्रोसेस हो गया, जितने भी प्रोसेस होते हैं किसी भी प्रोडक्ट के अंदर या सर्विसेज के अंदर, किसी भी चीज़ के अंदर, उसके अंदर एक चीज़ रिक्वायर होती है। प्रोसेस का मतलब ये होता है कि आप सही से हर चीज़ की डॉक्यूमेंटेशन बना रहे हैं और मैनेजमेंट जो होती है उसकी सारी की प्रोसेस की वो यही होती है कि आप इन्हीं की तरह से, जिसमें आप रिकॉर्ड्स रखते हैं डॉक्यूमेंटेशन के अंदर सारे, वो आप क्या करने के लिए बनाते हैं, क्वालिटी ऑब्जेक्टिव्स को अचीव करने के लिए। तो ये सारी जो हैं तीनों एक दूसरे से इंटरकनेक्टेड है। यहाँ से शुरू हो रहा है, आप यहाँ पे यहाँ से आप पॉलिसीज समझ रहे हैं कि भाई कमिटमेंट क्या क्या है इंडस्ट्री की। ठीक है, उसके बाद आप यहाँ से मूव करके ऑब्जेक्टिव्स पे आ रहे हैं, ऑब्जेक्टिव्स पे आप समझ रहे हैं कि भाई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को कहाँ जाना है, आगे जाना है तो ठीक है, पीछे आया तो कोई इंप्रूवमेंट की जरूरत ही नहीं है, और इंप्रूवमेंट छोड़ देंगे तो खुद ही पीछे चली जाएगी। लेकिन अगर आगे जाना है तो उसके बाद आपको कहाँ मूव करना है, यहाँ से फिर यहाँ मूव करना है, जहाँ पे आप यहाँ पे चेक करेंगे भाई कि प्रीवियस रिकॉर्ड्स के अंदर, डॉक्यूमेंटेशन के अंदर क्या क्या ऐसी गलतियां हो रही थी जिनको इम्प्रूवमेंट की जरूरत है। फिर ठीक है, इम्प्रूवमेंट आप कर लेंगे, फिर उसका रिकॉर्ड्स चेक करेंगे, फिर आगे बढ़ेंगे कंटिन्यूस इम्प्रूवमेंट की तरफ। ठीक है। अच्छा, डॉक्यूमेंटेटेड इंफॉर्मेशन क्या होती है जो मैंने यहाँ पे मेंशन किया है डी से। डॉक्यूमेंटेटेड इंफॉर्मेशन ऐसी क्रिएशन होती है, सॉरी मैं दोबारा से इंग्लिश में आ जाता हूँ। सो द डॉक्यूमेंटेटेड इंफॉर्मेशन इज द क्रिएशन एंड द कंट्रोल ऑफ डॉक्यूमेंट्स एंड रिकॉर्ड विच आर नेसेसरी फॉर द इफेक्टिव ऑपरेशन ऑफ द क्यूएमएस। ठीक है। यहाँ पे क्या हम लोग जिक्र हो रहा है किस चीज़ का, कि आपकी जो क्रिएशन है, कंट्रोल है, जितने भी डॉक्यूमेंट्स हैं या तो रिकॉर्ड्स हैं, यहाँ से रिकॉर्ड्स भी इधर ले आते हैं उठा के। ठीक है, डॉक्यूमेंट्स और रिकॉर्ड्स हैं वो सारे आपके अपने बनाए हुए होने चाहिए, उनका कंट्रोल होना चाहिए आपके पास। फर्ज कर लें कि कहीं पे कोई आपको प्रोडक्ट रिकॉल करना है। ठीक है, अब रिकॉल करने के लिए आपको क्या चाहिए होता है, रिकॉर्ड्स चाहिए होते हैं आपके, और डॉक्यूमेंटेशन चाहिए। डॉक्यूमेंटेशन होंगे तो रिकॉर्ड्स होंगे ना। तो अगर वो सही मैनर में सही से आप एक्सेसिबल होंगे, आपके कंट्रोल में होंगे, तभी आप रीच आउट करके अपने बाकी का जो बैच है उसको रिकॉल कर सकते हैं, जस्ट फॉर एग्जांपल। ठीक है। तो ये सारी चीजें क्या होती हैं, इफेक्टिव बनाती हैं, आपका ऑपरेशन होता है क्यूएमएस के अंदर। ठीक है। एक और चीज, वन मोर थिंग विच इज वेरी critical, which the risk based thinking. So you have to proactively address the risk and opportunities is to which will help you to prevent the issues and improve the overall performance. ठीक है। एक मिनट में इसको क्लियर कर दूं। अच्छा, दूसरा हमारा फिफ्थ पॉइंट है रिस्क बेस्ड थिंकिंग। ठीक है। रिस्क बेस्ड थिंकिंग क्या चीज होती है, यहाँ पे आप एक एक तो एक्टिवनेस होती है ना, कि आप कोई आपको कोई बोलता है कि आप प्लीज ट्राई टू परफॉर्म एंड ट्राई टू बी मोर एक्टिव इन परफॉर्मिंग योर ड्यूटीज। तो इसी तरह से जब आप कोई चीज काम कर रहे हैं तो रिस्क बेस्ड थिंकिंग है ना, आपको वो बोलते हैं ना प्रो प्रो काम करना है आपको, तो यहाँ पे आपको प्रो एक्टिव होना है। ठीक है। प्रोएक्टिवली आपको क्या काम करना है, आपको एड्रेस करने हैं रिस्क और अपॉर्चुनिटीज। किस चीज के लिए, आप जब रिस्क या अपॉर्चुनिटीज देखेंगे कि क्या क्या रिस्क रिस्क हैं जो जो कॉज कर सकते हैं एनी टाइप ऑफ डिग्रेडेशन, कोई भी टाइप की जो है वो गलतियां, कोई भी टाइप के ऐसे रिस्क जो कि क्वालिटी के ऊपर कंसर्न बन सकते हैं आपके लिए, जो क्वालिटी को खराब कर सकते हैं, वो क्या क्या रिस्क हैं आप उनको देखेंगे, आप उनको चेक करेंगे, आप उनको एड्रेस करेंगे, फिर उसके बाद ऐसी अपॉर्चुनिटीज देखेंगे जहाँ पे इम्प्रूवमेंट मजीद की जा सकती है। ठीक है। एक तो दो चीजें हो गई, एक तो रिस्क है जो कि अकर हो सकता है और आपकी क्वालिटी को क्या कर सकता है, खराब कर सकता है। दूसरा है अपॉर्चुनिटीज, जहाँ पे ऑलरेडी आप सही काम कर रहे हो लेकिन वहां पे इम्प्रूवमेंट की गुंजाइश है और मजीद। ठीक है। अच्छा, सो द नेक्स्ट वन will be the monitoring and measurement. We call it as M and M. Okay. Now, M and M is the monitoring and measurement, which is basically depending and which is basically defining the regular assessments. Regular assessments of what? Regular assessments and monitoring of the process. Okay. And if we are talking about the process, is directly leading to the services, products, you write it, services, products, and any type of predefined quality criteria. ओके, सो M&M जो है एक मॉनिटरिंग और मेजरमेंट सिस्टम होता है, ठीक है, जिसके ना आप रेगुलर जो है वो असेसमेंट करते हैं, और उन रेगुलर असेसमेंट के थ्रू आप ये चेक करते हैं कि आपका प्रोसेस के अंदर जितनी भी चीज़ें आप प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं, वेदर वो सर्विसेज हो गए प्रोसेस के ज़रिए, कोई भी टाइप के प्रोडक्ट्स हो गए प्रोसेस के ज़रिए, उनके अंदर क्वालिटी जो है वो कितनी प्री डिफाइंड क्राइटेरिया कितना आपने सेट किया हुआ है, या क्या क्या गलतियां हो रही हैं, क्या क्या अच्छाइयाँ चीज़ें, सो दोनों चीज़ें आप मेंशन करेंगे, और इम्प्रूवमेंट के लिए दोनों चीज़ें चाहिए होती हैं। ये सारी चीज़ें कहाँ जाती हैं आपकी डॉक्यूमेंटेशन और रिकॉर्ड्स के अंदर, ठीक है। सॉरी। अच्छा, फिर कंटिन्यूस इम्प्रूवमेंट जो है, इन सब चीज़ों से अगर आपने डिफाइन कर लिया, आप लोगों ने समझ लिया है कि भाई हमने ये सब चीज़ें जो हैं वो कलेक्ट कर ली हैं मेजरमेंट और मॉनिटरिंग के थ्रू, तो आप कंटिन्यूस इम्प्रूवमेंट में की तरफ मूव कर जाएंगे। सो व्हाट इज अ कंटिन्यूस इम्प्रूवमेंट? इट्स अ कमिटमेंट टू ऑनगोइंग एनहांसमेंट ऑफ द प्रोसेस एंड ओवरऑल QMS effectiveness. Okay. Uh, yes, Miss Arshford Techman, you may speak if you want to. Are there any non-Urdu speakers in the room? Please let me know. Everyone is familiar with the Urdu language. If there are any participants in the room who cannot, yeah, there are, I guess. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Okay, no problem, no problem. I will speak in both languages, no problem. Okay, okay. Okay, so a continuous improvement is for the ongoing enhancement of the process and the overall QMS effectiveness. Okay. So the customer focus is where understanding and meeting the customer requirements and expectation is there. Okay, so one little bit you can say I would like to clarify that if you don't understand anything in English, you can request me in the chat to explain it in Urdu. I will be happy to explain it. Okay. Okay, let's move forward. Okay, now we'll understand the PDA cycle, which is the very important model in the QMS. Let me write down your question, Muhammad Ali. I will answer these at the end. Muhammad Ali asking the difference between the continuous and continue. Okay, I will answer this in the end of the session. Okay, so how many of you are familiar with the PDCA cycle? Let me know. Have you ever heard it before? What is it? It is a, let me know that it is a process or it is a method, or what is it? I want to know what are your views upon it. This is the question where you will experience in the interview. They usually don't ask you that what is the PDCA cycle. They ask you what is actually the PDCA cycle. It is a method, uh, or what is it? Hmm. Okay. Let me highlight one thing. You are missing something. It's okay. I agree that it is a method. How many steps do you see in this? So how you will define it? It is a 4-step management method. Oh my God, somebody's saying 10. It is a management method for the continual improvement of the procedures and products. Okay. I guess at least you have the basic knowledge of the PDCA cycle. So the PDCA cycle, it is a 4-step management method which is used for the continuous improvement. Not you can also name it as continual improvement, but let's start with the continuous improvement. And any type of process, product and services, also known as the deeming cycle or Sheward cycle, is the uh, PDCA cycle also is also a systematic approach which is widely applied in the quality management system. Okay, give me a minute, I'll be back with you all. तुम अपने नेट पे शिफ्ट कर Okay, so sorry for the interruption and waiting. Let's continue with the plan. So the plan method, it defines the problem or the improvement goals. And the planning is where we usually see something where we develop a plan to achieve the objective. And then after that, we go with the potential risk and mitigation strategies. Okay. Do. Do also has 3 steps. What are those 3 steps? First one is implementation. Implementation is to execute the plan on the small scale. Okay. And then the data collection is there. The data collection is to gather the data during the implementation. Okay. The third one is the documentation, where you will record any changes made during this phase. This phase means do phase. Now you have completed the do phase, you will move to the check phase. The step number 3, where we will see evaluation is the first one. Evaluation is to assess the results against the objectives. Okay. And then the data analysis. Here was data collection and documentation. So don't confuse yourself with this one. Okay, here will be only data analysis, which we did in the do phase. You will analyze the data in the check phase of based on the data which we collected on the do phase. Okay, and then the comparison will be there. The comparison with the actual results with the expected outcomes. Okay. Now, after the comparison part, we will move to the act part. The act part will be the first one. It also has 3 steps. I actually divided every step into 3 steps, so it will be easy to understand. While the act has 2 steps, but let's start with the 3 steps. Okay. So first one will be the adjustments and the act phase. If necessary, you will make the adjustment based on the evaluation. Where we did the evaluation? Can anyone tell me? The act phase is starting with the necessary adjustments to be made based on the evaluation which we made in which part? Very good. In the check phase. So after that, we'll go for the standardization. Standardization is successful. The standardize, you will standardize the improved process. Which process? Improved process. If this phase is successful, then you will move to the standardization phase, which is, if this will be successful, you will standardize the any type of improved process you are doing. Okay. Then the learning phase. All these phases depends upon the successful term. If this phase is successful, then you will move to this one. If, let's just say, if this one fails, you will not move to this phase. You will again move to the plan phase from zero. You'll start from the zero if this fails. Then you will do or you will repeat the same phase from here. Okay, and if this is successful, you will move to the standardization phase, and this is successful, you will go to the learning phase, where the documentations of the lessons learned for the future applications will be there, and overall the documentation of all phases will be also included. Okay, so what we understood in this phase, that the PDCA cycle is a dynamic and a very defined process. So once the act phase is complete, this phase is complete, the cycle begins again. Now why? Why does it begin? Can anyone tell me, if the act phase is also completed, why do we have to start it again? Hmm. To make sure about? Okay, very good. For continuous improvement. Very good answer. Okay, let's move further. So the quality policy is the part of the quality manual. While the published on the intranet, the expressness of the top management commitment towards the quality, which we discussed in the first slide, that the commitment of the top management is the uttermost important for the implementation and successfulness of the ISO 901 QMS. And all employees must understand and apply to the quality policy. Okay. These are the 8. Let me see the slide. There are 8 or 9. Okay, there are 9. No, there are 8. There are 8 quality management principles. So you can go through them, and then I will start explaining. Okay. So the international organization, the ISO, for the standardization, identifies the 8 quality management principles. And these 8 quality principles are what? Are the foundation for the development and implementation of the effectiveness in the QMS. Okay. Customer focus. Let's start with this one. Customer focus is that where you will understand and meet the customer needs and expectation. Okay. And then you will enhance the customer satisfaction through the delivery of the high quality products or services. Okay. Leadership, where you will establish a clear vision and the direction for the organization. You will engage and support the employees in achieving the organizational goals. Okay. A quick question. Is there any difference between the leader and manager? Because the leadership is mentioned here. Why not the managership is not here? Why only the leadership is here? Why not the management ship or any type of ship is here? Why only the leadership is here? And what is the difference between the leader and manager? Although, do you think that both perform the same duties or responsibilities, or are there any difference between these two? Why the leadership is mentioned here? Manager can also do that. What do you think? Let me know in the chat. Okay. 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 Manager did not have the power for the final decision. Okay. Because every manager is not a leader. Okay. I think technical staff is leadership. Manahil Fatma is saying manager can be of a specific department, leader manages the whole company. Hmm. Okay. Leadership commitment is mandatory for implementing the QMS. There is a difference between the manager and leader. Oh, okay, Mr. Zahid is saying that the leader is the leader, is working with the team and compromise with the team. Manager is just to check the final result. Okay, okay. Leaders are the policy makers while managers manage accordingly. Okay, see, you have the time at the end of the session. Uh, Everyone is saying a little bit correct, but not to the point where you can easily differentiate between these two. So you have time to understand what is the difference between the leadership and management. Then we will discuss at the end. Okay. So leadership, where you will establish a clear vision and direction for the organization, will engage and support the employees in achieving the organizational goals. Okay. Now for the third one. Third one will be the involvement of the people, or you can name it as engagement of the people. Okay. So you will involve and engage, empower the people at all the levels within the organization. You will recognize the value of the individual and contribution to the overall success. Okay. We did this one, we finished this one, we did this one. Now the process approach. Process approach is where you will view the activities and resources as interconnected processes. You will improve the overall efficiency and effectiveness by managing the process. Okay. Improvement is for the continuously, you have to strive for the improvement in the three parts: products, products and let me guess, products and processes and systems. Yeah. So you will embrace the innovation and learning to enhance the organizational capabilities. So continuous improvement, we all know this. what is it that you have to strive for the continuous improvement and continual improvement. We will also understand what is the difference between these two, continuous and continual, and the relationship management and evidence-based thinking, where you will make the decision based on the analysis and evaluation of the data information. You will minimize the reliance on the assumptions and guesswork. You will not bring your brain in the making the decisions on any type of QMS. Always there will be evidence based. This will be there. Okay. So no assumptions and no guessworks. No use of brain here. Only use of brain on the focus of the evidence based. Okay. So the last point, I guess this is the last point. No, they forgot. Actually, I told my uh, associate to actually add 9, but that's why I was confused with the 8 and 9, but I will also add the 9 one. The 9 is not here. Okay, so let's understand the relationship management. See, relationship management is where you will build and maintain the mutually beneficial relationship with the two things or two sides. Let me see if somebody's saying. Okay, so with the supplier and with the partners. Okay, so the supplier and partners is where you will build and maintain mutually beneficial relationship between these two. Okay, so, and you will collaborate with the stakeholders as well. Why? To enhance the overall performance. Okay. Okay, and this one I guess I was not much clear. So at this one, you will also make decisions based on the analysis of the relevant data information, and you will avoid making decision based on the uh, intuition or on the personal opinion. Okay. So the last one was not really there, but you you can name this one, and some institute they name it as factual approach. Let me write it here. So system approach or factual approach is both same, but just for your knowledge, if you get confused that you haven't studied this one or haven't understood this one, so approach both will be there. It's all same. Both this part and this part is same, but they are named just different. Okay. Okay, let's move further. These are the responsibilities of the employees, where you will know the quality policy. You have to be aware of the relevance and importance of your activities and so on. You can go ahead and read the slide. Then I would like to add few things, which I will wait until you finish reading it. Okay, see, the employee plays a very crucial role in ensuring the effectiveness and the continued improvement of the quality process. Their responsibilities may vary depending on the roles and their roles and the function within the organization, but let's discuss the general ones. So adherence to the procedure, you will follow the documented procedures and work instructions to ensure the consistency and compliance with the quality standards. And the quality awareness will be there. You will understand the importance of the quality and delivering the products or services that meets the customer requirements. The process participation should be also there, where you will actively engage in the execution of the defined process within the QMS and contribute to the process improvements. Documentation and record keeping should be also there. You will maintain the accurate records of the work performed and changes if you made any changes, any relevant data as required by the QMS. And the customer focus should be there, and the communication should be there, the audit participation should be there in the external audits. We will provide the accurate information and evidence which is needed, and the feedback and suggestions is very important, where you will provide any constructive feedback. You will report any non-conformities or any type of feedback which is on the effectiveness of the process and which will contribute for the ideas for the improvement as well. Okay. What do you measure? Customer satisfactions in you will measure the survey returns rate and complaints and lost business and etc. Where in the process conformance and effectiveness, the internal audit which we are currently on, we are discussing the awareness of the internal audit, and the process performance, where you will see the key performance indicators, we call it as KPIs, and the quality objectives. Okay. What to improve? All the non-conformities require corrective actions. We all know that, and all the potential non-conformities require preventive actions. Okay. So the organization has to improve and shall improve continuously in order for the effectiveness of the quality management system. So the use of the quality policy, quality objective, audit results, analysis of the data, corrective and preventive action management review has to be there in order to improve. You will improve or you will involve the improvement based on this data. For like you can count the quality policy, the quality objectives, the audit results, and all of the things which are mentioned here. Okay, so with that, we come and end to today's session on the awareness of the internal audit to ISO 901. So thank you for being here today and taking out your time. And today is a full room of 100 participants after a long time. I'm really happy to see that a lot of people took their time and took their commitment for being here today. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here. Please mark your attendance to receive the certificate of attendance for today's session. Okay, first question first. I will answer this the difference between the control and control documents. But first, let's understand what is the difference between the continuous improvement and continual improvement, which was a question raised by Muhammad Ali. So, see, continuous improvement is about a steady day-to-day commitment to getting better. The continuous improvement. Okay, is about the improvement day-to-day commitment. But the continual improvement encompasses a broader perspective that includes both the ongoing and incremental changes and periodically. So more significant transformation is to keep the organization evolving and adapting. So continuous improvement is very ordinary, and it is for the day-to-day commitment. Okay. While the continual improvement is for the broader perspective, it will include everything. It will include the uh, all levels of organizations are involved, but the continual improvement recognizes that some improvements may require more structured and formal process. Okay. Okay, now let me see. So mostly I fill up the attendance link by mobile. Unfortunately, meeting disappears, so consider the presence. Okay, Mr. Zishan. Okay, let me check one. What is the difference? Let me see. Okay, let me see. What is the chat box? Where is the chat box? Okay, who was, I guess, Mr. Zen was asking something. Yeah, Zain Ali was asking what is the difference between the control and control document. See, in generally, see, the level of formality and management applied to these documents is where you will see the control documents are very carefully regulated to ensure the accuracy, compliance, and consistency. It will be easily reachable. But while the uncontrolled documents may have more flexibility, less oversight, and they could be edited and overall, but the controlled ones cannot be. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here. And what is the difference between the QC and QA? See, the QC and QA, QC is for the quality, and QA is for the assurance. For example, uh, let's take an example of a juice in an industry. Now, the juice which is being developed for the consumer, we have the QC comes first in the preparation of the juice, where you will see the how sweet it is, how bitter it is, what is the pH, what is the different type of chemical labels in this, how many type of preservatives are added there. All of this is coming under the QC. After the finishing of the product, where you have balanced everything and you have done the sensory analysis, then you will move the product to the further packaging and different type of process. Now, after moving the product to the facility, the QA comes, because now you are giving the assurance of the quality. Okay, so this is the I can say the uttermost simple example that I could give for the QC and QA. Thank you everyone for being here. Okay, so see, the risk-based thinking and the critical thinking. Let's start with the risk-based thinking. See, risk-based thinking is based upon the thinking, which is the approach that the organization used to manage and address the risk proactively. So, and while the critical thinking is a uh, cognitive process that involves analyzing, evaluating, and synthesizing the information objectively, or you can say logically. So, risk-based thinking is a specific approach aimed at the managing the risk and opportunities while with the organizational process, uh, like often within the framework of the quality management. But on the other hand, the critical thinking is a more general skill applied to the across a wide range of situation to analyze and evaluate and make informed decision. It is not focused to one process, but the risk-based is focusing on the framework of the quality management. So I guess that's the end of the QA session. Please arrange session on the microbiological training on dairy and beverage products. Okay, let me write it down, Mr. Raza. I will surely arrange it. Let's arrange it for the upcoming weekend. I will try to arrange it on the coming Saturday and Sunday. I need any one day from these two. and I'll include the microbiological training session on it, on dairy and beverage products. Okay, I have noted you can say mm, your point and your recommendation, and I will surely implement it in the coming weekend and try to bring this type of session on the microbiological, which is based upon the dairy. Sir, can you take a session on the importance of the food science and technology, because many people don't know what is food science and technology. Okay, I have actually conducted one session on the food science and technology, and I have explained a lot what are the future of the FTs and everything. But still, I will conduct one more. Uh, I will decide, and surely I will make it possible to make it available. Okay. So if you want to leave the session after marking your uh, attendance, you can leave. Okay, what is the difference between verification and validation, Mahmood Khan? Okay. Okay, let's start with the validation and verification. See, verification is the process of evaluating the system and component during and after the development of the phase, which is to determine whether it meets the specific requirements and it doesn't. Where on the other hand, the validation is a process in which the evaluation of a system and component during and after development of the phase is to determine whether it satisfied the intended use and customer needs it not. The validation is focusing on the customer, while the verification is focusing whether it's meeting the specific requirements or not. So this could be the easiest example and answer I could give you between the differentiation of these two. Yes, Mr. Raza, of course you can attend wherever you move in the world, you can attend the session, no problem. Miss Arij, please try what I can try to give you. My recommendation is this: please try to be more skillful if you want to achieve success in the field of the food science, because this field is same as like being a doctor. If you have more skills, more knowledge about the field or on different type of scenarios where you will see the quality is concerned, the food safety is concerned, the nutrition is concerned. So if you have more skills about different type of fields in the food science, you will be more successful and more recognized in the field as well. Most welcome, Mahmood Khan. Any more questions, please? Okay, Zain Ali, can you arrange the session about the ISO IEC 17025? Okay, we are getting demands. First is for the microbial training. The second one was for the food science. The third one is for the ISO. Okay, I'm writing it down. I will surely bring all of these in the upcoming weekend so everyone can attend it, and it will be free of cost, no problem. IEC 17025. Okay. Thank you for everyone for being here. Thank you very much for taking out your time for being here. I also enjoyed today's session. It was really awesome, and it was really good to be with you all today. So have a great night ahead. and had a great life. And take care of yourself, take care of your health, and inshallah, we'll meet again at the upcoming weekend for the another session. So, Ms. Sabah, please, I'm assigning you to be the host